Maya tiptoed across the wet, moss-covered rocks at the edge of the woods. The air smelled like fresh rain and wet earth. She was on an adventure, again. Nutkin, her little red squirrel friend, scurried up her shoulder. "Are we sure this is the right path?" he asked, his tiny paws trembling. "I think so," Maya whispered. "The map says this way leads to Whispering Falls." The sound of rushing water filled the air as they approached the falls. But as they got closer, Maya noticed something odd. The water, which should have been sparkling and clear, looked murky. Dark shadows swirled beneath the surface. Nutkin's whiskers twitched nervously. "This isn't right, Maya," Nutkin said, his voice full of worry. Maya clenched her fists. "I know. We need to figure out what's going on." They sat by the edge of the river, staring at the swirling water. Maya pulled out the old map she had found in the attic. "The falls are supposed to be magical. Maybe the water's been cursed." Nutkin chattered in agreement. "Or maybe it's a warning. The map says the falls hide a secret." Determined, Maya led Nutkin through the thick forest, where the trees whispered in the wind. They stumbled upon a strange, glowing stone in the middle of a path. It shimmered like a star. "What is that?" Maya asked, crouching down to examine it. "I think it's a key," Nutkin said, eyes wide. "A key to something big." As Maya picked up the stone, the ground beneath them began to tremble. The forest grew darker, the air colder. A deep voice echoed through the trees. "Only those who are brave enough can unlock the secret," the voice boomed. Maya looked at Nutkin, her heart racing. "Do you think we're ready?" They continued down the path, the glowing stone lighting their way. After a few minutes, they reached a hidden door in a cliff, covered in vines. It had no handle, only a keyhole that matched the shape of the stone. Maya slid the stone into the keyhole. A loud click echoed through the air as the door creaked open. Behind the door was a glittering cave. The walls sparkled with tiny crystals, casting rainbows across the ground. "Wow," Maya whispered. "This is it." Nutkin jumped off her shoulder and scampered around. "I feel like we're in a fairy tale." In the center of the cave was a pool of water, glowing with an eerie blue light. Maya stepped closer, feeling the cool breeze coming from the pool. "This is where the secret must be," she said. Nutkin peered into the water. "Look. There's something beneath the surface." Maya knelt down and saw a small golden chest resting at the bottom of the pool. It was covered in strange symbols. "I think we have to solve a riddle to open it," Maya said, turning to Nutkin. "What kind of riddle?" Nutkin asked, his eyes wide. Suddenly, the voice from earlier echoed through the cave again. "To open the chest, answer this riddle. I have cities, but no houses. I have forests, but no trees. I have rivers, but no water. What am I?" Maya furrowed her brow. "That's a tricky one." Nutkin thought for a moment. "A map," he exclaimed. The chest clicked open, and the blue light from the pool brightened. Inside the chest, they found an ancient, glowing scroll. Maya carefully unfolded it. "It's a map," she said, "but it's not like the one we had. This one leads to something much bigger." Nutkin jumped up excitedly. "An even bigger adventure." Just then, the voice echoed again. "You have unlocked the secret of Whispering Falls. But the journey ahead is filled with danger. Only those with courage will succeed." Maya glanced at Nutkin. "We have to keep going." They stepped into the cave's next passage, which was dark and winding. As they walked, the walls began to close in. "This is getting creepy," Nutkin said, his voice trembling. "We can do this," Maya said, squeezing his tiny paw. The passage suddenly opened up to a vast cavern. In the center was a giant stone pedestal, and on it sat a shimmering crystal. Maya could feel the heat radiating off of it. It must be the heart of Whispering Falls, she said. Nutkin stared at the crystal. It looks powerful. As Maya reached out to touch the crystal, a fierce wind rushed through the cavern. The walls trembled, and the floor cracked beneath her feet. You must be worthy to take the crystal, the voice boomed. Maya took a deep breath. I am worthy, she said, her voice steady. She grasped the crystal, and suddenly, everything went still. The storm stopped, and the crystal's light filled the cavern. The voice spoke again. You have passed the test. The secret is yours. Maya and Nutkin stood in awe as the crystal's light grew brighter, revealing the full map of their journey. It showed a new path, one that would lead them to even more adventures. We did it, Nutkin said, grinning. They made their way back through the cave, the secret now in their hands. As they left the cave, the forest around them seemed to come alive. Birds sang, and the air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers. Maya smiled. This is just the beginning. Back at the falls, the water had cleared, sparkling like it should. The magical energy of the crystal had restored balance to the land. Maya and Nutkin stood at the edge of the water, looking out over the falls. We've saved the day, Maya said. And there's more to discover, Nutkin added, his tail flicking with excitement. As the sun set, casting an orange glow over the forest, Maya knew that the secret of Whispering Falls was only the first of many adventures. With Nutkin by her side, she was ready for whatever came next. Moral bravery and curiosity lead to great discoveries and adventures. Fun fact box: Whispering Falls is a magical waterfall in many legends, said to grant wisdom to those who find it. Squirrels, like Nutkin, have excellent memory and can remember the locations of hundreds of food caches. A map, like the one Maya found, has often been a symbol of adventure in stories and myths.